Beep.
Hi, George, fellas. I'd like to run over that old cab. We ought to be getting to the store somewhere pretty soon. I'm getting hungry as a dickens. This old Ford show is getting hot. Here it is, too. Jeremiah Hopkins General Store. Groceries, talcum powders, hamstrings, and Ford parts. Boys, here's where we eat.
Suits me. I drank so much water now, my stomach thinks I'm taking in washing.
Look up for the crowd, boy. Just make some music here and take up election. Get enough to get our dinner, I expect.
Why, I sure do feel bad. I wonder if we get a drink of liquor around here anywhere.
George, I ain't going to play any till I get something to eat.
Well, well, well. Hello, Mac. You've been away for a long time, ain't you?
Yeah, pretty good while, Jeremiah.
Well, how about playing me a little tune?
I thought you'd say that the first thing out of the box. All right, boys, hoop 'em up a little tune. Let's see how much money these fellas got collected up around here first. Bert, you take up collection while they play.
All right, boys, how about helping us out a little? Buy a few drinks, get a little gasoline. There, hey, one man thrown in a whole quarter.
There's another man over here with a quarter, Bert.
All right.
Well, let's go and see what Jeremiah's got to eat. What you got to eat, Jeremiah?
What do you want, Mac?
Well, let me see. You might give me a half a gallon of them peaches up there. I never had all the canned peaches I could eat in my life, nohow, and I was raised in Georgia.
All right, here you are. Riley, what can I do for you?
Oh, you might open me up a couple of cans of them sardines. I've had the water, now I'll take the fish.
All right, Gid, what do you have?
How much of them sandwiches?
15 cents.
I don't want none of them. Give me dime with cheese and crack.
All right, take a look at them, and then give me the dime.
What more?
By the way, Stokes, what do you want?
I don't believe I want anything right now, Jerry. I'm going to wait for that half-gallon fruit jar to get back.
Well, it ought to be back in a few minutes. Oscar, what can I do for you?
Well, my appetite is just a little bit off today, but I reckon you can give me a half a dozen cans of pork and beans and a loaf of that bread up there.
Well, if you was hungry, you'd eat plenty, wouldn't you? Bert, what do you want?
Give me that big gut of bologna up there. I ain't eaten since yesterday morning.
What do you want to do, eat all the time?
I'm hungry.
Well, I tell you, fellas, you might square up this little bill if you'd tear down a real hot tune for me.
All right, Lo, play him a good tune. In time you get a free meal, you just that much in nowadays. Say, look at that guy coming down the road up yonder. He's just like the devil of beating Tanbark. I bet he's making 90 miles an hour. What kind of car is that?
Well, boys, I bet you my drink out of that half-a-gallon fruit jar that it's one of these new model Chevrolet Sixes. Nothing else could make that speed on these roads.
Well, fellas, here's Jim the soap salesman, and a doggone good one, too. I've been expecting him to come by. How are you, Jim?
Fine, thanks. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello, Jeremiah. How have you been?
Oh, pretty fair.
That's great. Anything new happened since I was here last month?
Well, I made a little change in my store. I got in granulated sugar and kerosene oil anytime the fellas wanted. And my stock's changed just a little bit. Got a new litter of pigs by that old sow of mine. That old bald-faced yearling had a calf. But the hardest luck I've had is when that gal of mine married that fella that eats so much, and I got another mouth to feed.
Pretty good, pretty good. Say, what kind of soap you selling, neighbor?
Every kind. Soft soap and hard soap and just plain soap.
Any good?
I'll say so. It's guaranteed to clean anything but a dirty character.
You would get a break like that. Well, sorry, but you're about 2 days late. We always take our bath on Saturday, whether we need it or not.
Doggone if it ain't mighty early for bull weevil. Look out there, Lo. There's one thing to crawl in your fiddle.
I'll kill that son of a gun.
Well, I tell you, fellas, the boll weevil ain't near as crazy as you think he is. And I came down to open up the store this morning. There's one over there on my ledger with a pencil and paper taking down the names and addresses of everybody who contracted for cottonseed in Guyana for this fall's crop.
Pretty clever, pretty clever. Well, Lo, this salesman seems to be a pretty good fellow. Let's play him that little tune of ours, Soap Suds Over the Fence.
All right, Ronnie, let's go.
like that in town, brother.
No, sir.
What kind of boat that you got sitting out there?
That's the fastest car in this county.
Yeah? How fast does it run?
Well, it'll run about 60 miles an hour in second speed.
That ain't nothing. You see that old brindle bull over there?
Yes, sir.
The other day, a yellow jacket stung him on the hind leg, and he got started around that haystack, and he runs so doggone fast, he got his tail in his mouth and like choked himself to death before he could stop him.
That's a good one. Say, did you hear anything about the fellow up in Knoxville that had trouble with his wife?
Nope, believe I did. No, sir.
Well, he went down to the parson and asked him what he should do about it. And the parson said all you've got to do is whip her with the word of God.
Yeah?
And the next morning they got him in jail for killing her. So the parson came down to see him and said, what happened? He said, I did just as you told me to. Said I put the old family Bible in a gunny sack and beat her over the head.
Try to give a drink out of your bottle.
I tell you, Jim, you better give me about 100 bars of that yellow soap.
All right, I'll do that. And I guess I better be running along because I got to get down to Bear Walla before dark.
Say, Mac, you better tell him about those roads down that way.
Yeah, brother, you ain't traveled over no crooked roads. Say, you know, just the other night I drove down there in that old Ford of mine, and it's so doggone crooked I run my battery down, blowing my horn at my own tail light.
Well, so long, Jim.
Goodbye, boys.
Good fella at that, ain't he, Jeremiah?